What up everyone, it's your boy Xmanny87 here, bringing you another Marvel Legends video, and what I have for you today is the Uncanny X-Men Vintage Edition Grey Beast variant action figure review. Now before I get into everything, if you could please leave a thumbs up like rating on the video, it'll help show your support for my channel and I greatly appreciate it. Now with that said, let's take a look at this awesome vintage packaging first, then we'll take a look at Grey Beast. Alrighty, so once again we get the nice orange blister card packaging. On the top left corner you get the Marvel Comics icon with the faces of some of the X-Men. You get the Uncanny X-Men logo big and bold at the top. Then you get your figure right here, and I like how it takes up most of the plastic area, so that's really cool. You get the nice artwork at the side right here, and it says Lab Gear, which I don't know why it says Lab Gear. You know, I just see a pair of glasses and a book. When I'm thinking Lab Gear, I'm thinking trench coat, goggles, you know, the whole nine with that. But yeah, a ton of accessories though, that's a good thing. Marvel's Beast labeled right there at the bottom corner, and then you get an image of a little sketch of the figure, and then you got his bio right there, so if you want to read it, just hit the pause button. And right here you get an image of Beast, everything else, blah blah blah, warnings, choke on your action figures, all that good stuff. Alright, so now let's take a look at Beast. Alright, so for those of you who don't know how Beast turned gray, it happened after he left the X-Men. So McCoy became a genetic researcher for the Brand Corporation during the Amazing Adventures run. And while working for Brand, he invented a hormonal extract serum that would make any human turn into a mutant. One of his co-workers from Brand was planning to steal his research, so when Hank found out about it, he drank the serum himself in order to protect it. So he could have changed back to his human form, but then he waited too long to start the reverting process back to his human form. But then he got stuck in this gray fur, and he got like this more feral nature type of personality. And now as we're taking a closer look at this head sculpt, I'm a little pissed off about it. Nothing against how it looks. It looks great, don't get me wrong. I really like it, and that's why I'm a little pissed off about it. Because I really like it, and I wish it was on the Blue Beast. Because this head was definitely missing for the Blue Beast. Now, I really love this head sculpt because I know what they were going for the actual Jim Lee design, and he had these white pupils, so I'm not mad about that at all. I just wish he had this alt head to go with this, because I definitely wanted to do a Blue Beast photo where, you know, he's looking like relaxed or enjoying a book that he's reading, and we'll get to a book later during the accessories. But yeah, I dig this head sculpt a lot. The eye paint came out great on mine, nothing wonky, and the smile, you know, looks great. The hairdo is fantastic. I really like it. He's got some light gray at the top right there, and you know, black at the sides, and a little bit on the back right there. And the big bushy eyebrows also looks nice too. So yeah, overall, I really like it. The rest of the body is the same as the Blue Beast. This is just, you know, basically the same body, reused. They got to get the most money out of this buck, and why not? Because this Beast buck is absolutely terrific. As you guys know, if you saw my top 10 of 2019, Beast came out as my number one, as my favorite Marvel Legends figure that came out last year. I mean, you can't beat import articulation for $20, man. This is absolutely amazing. Then you get some dark shading on some of the fur throughout, you know, like on his shoulders, his arms, and as you see in the middle of his back. So man, this looks great. Even back there too, on the lower back, that's good. Nice gray paint we get here. We get him with the blue trunks, no belt, because he didn't have a belt at this time. But it's a nice solid blue color. One thing that really bums me out is that they really painted the gray over the blue. As you can see, I have some blue paint bleeds through the gray. You know, right there in the lower torso, and then some here, a little bit here at the thigh, and on the back, on the lower butt cheeks. Yeah, right there. He's getting his blue fur back, I guess, right now. But yeah, that's a bummer. Everything else is the same. That's the only areas that I experience, you know, any kind of paint slops. Again, more of that gray shading. You got the dark gray fur right there on the calves, and then some at the top of his feet. So And that's pretty much it. And very small peg holes at the feet. Now to cover accessories, he comes with a pair of reading glasses, and they're okay for the most part. One thing that's very annoying, they have a little number 2 sculpted on the right lens. I don't know why they did that, because when you put it on, it definitely blocks the eye. It doesn't look good. And the rest of this feels pretty pliable. So the glasses are a pain in the ass to put on, because they don't rest on top of his ears. So that is super annoying. You gotta kind of put it in the middle of his ears. See, it just keeps falling off. It's very annoying. But once you get a feel for it, sometimes it takes several tries, and again, pisses me off. There you go, it's on. It doesn't look natural at all because it's not sitting on his ears. And it pops out again. All right, let's try this again. And as I mentioned before, you get that little number 2 sculpted in the lens, and that's what I was talking about. Blocks his eye. So you can see it right there. I don't like that at all. It's just, that really bothers me. But yeah, just taking another like 360 look with it on. You definitely got to rely on the glasses resting on his nose. So if you could find the sweet spot, you'll be good, and it starts to rest nicely. But still be careful, man, because once you drop these things are so small, you could definitely lose them. Right, then he has an alt head, which is the same as the blue beast, and it's just painted in gray. Definitely looks good in my opinion. And the top of the hair is in a nice gray, light gray color. The rest is in a black. And this head definitely fits the personality more of the Gray Beast, since he became more violent, aggressive. So this looks pretty good. And to show you the two side by side, here you go. And it's cool to see this in a different color. The paint on the teeth is filled out way more than this one. I do have an extra Blue Beast, and his teeth are a little filled out. And if you want to do a head swap for fun, here you go. Oh, now seeing this head on this body hurts my feelings, man. Oh, I really hope we get something like this in a blue, or, you know, something more neutral where he looks like he's focused on reading a book. And damn, this is why I want an X-Men accessories pack so bad, so that Hasbro can give us some accessories that these figures missed out on. If you want to see how the glasses look on Blue Beast, here you go. And if you want to see it on AOA Dark Beast, here you go. And they actually rest on top of his ears. For alternate hands, he comes with one right closed fisted hand and one left flat open hand, and you know, you can still execute those handstands if you want. Then he comes with those two stylized action open hands that we've seen on the previous beasts. And the best thing about these hands is that he can hold the book, and he comes with a biochemistry book. So I really like the dirty wash they have here inside the book. Looks like he spilled a cup of coffee. I like the sculpted type of scribbles they have here inside the pages. You get a graph chart right there at the bottom. So it looks really cool. And right here is kind of sculpted as if the page is torn off. So that's really cool. Makes it seem like he was chewing on his book or something. Seeing the size of the pages right there. It's a nice dirty wash all around. So that's really cool. And here's the front of the book. You get a lot of scribbles. Get nice texture right there, you know, more sculpting on the spine. So overall, it looks really good. And going back to these hands, you can definitely have him hold the book. So you can have him holding it with two hands or one-handed, however you prefer. So that fits nicely right there on the left hand. This hand doesn't do a great job of holding these glasses, so you're just gonna have to kind of rest it carefully on his fingers. So yeah, if you want to set something up while he's reading with his glasses, you could definitely do that. And something simple like this looks so good. And damn, man, now that I see this head, the glasses, the book, in my opinion, I think these accessories were meant for the Blue Beast, but were probably cut due to cost and budgeting. See, putting it on the blue one, it just doesn't look natural, man. He looks like he's about to kick his book's ass, like he's really pissed off. And Beast shouldn't look like that when reading a book, you know. He reads it to calm himself, and you know, he's always in a good mood to read a good book. I'll say it before, I'll say it again. I really hope we do get an alternate head for this beast down the line. Here's an interesting head swap. I think you could get away with this. Doesn't look bad on my end. And another one. Now to cover articulation with Gray Beast, his head moves up that far, so that's pretty good actually. You can move it a little further back, so there you go, max range. Moves down, it swivels, and he has a slight pivot to it as well. Shoulders move up that far. You got the butterfly joint, so you can move it up a little bit higher to work around that. There you go. And it moves down all around. Shoulder swivel, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, really good. Swivel, and a wrist hinge. Double diaphragm joint, he moves that far down and that far back. Swivel at the torso, it pivots and it rocks around. You got the drop down thighs. His legs move that far apart, so almost a full split. It moves up that high and goes that far back, so a full frontward split. His legs rock around. He's got a thigh swivel and double jointed knees, of course, heel to the Gray Beast butt. Ankles move pretty far up, pretty far down. He has that awesome all-around ankle pivot, and he's got the toy joint that moves up and down. For some comparisons, here is all our 3 beasts that we got from Hasbro in this new mold. Let me know which beast is your favorite out of the 3. And here he is next to Iron Man, since they duked it out in the comics before. And just to switch things up, I might just do my comparisons in battle poses. I don't know, we'll see. And now for my on the shelf segment. I'm not sure where I should put this beast in my collection, so I tried 2 things, and one is here in my villain shelf. The other spot I tried is in my X-Men variants shelf. Help me out and let me know where do you think he looks best. Alright, and now to wrap things up, my final rating is a 10 out of 10 for me, dog. Total awesomeness. Last year's 90s Beast figure I gave a 10 out of 10 as well, and was my favorite Legends figure of 2019. Being that this figure is the same, but with a different deco and 3 more accessories than the original, only made sense for me to give it that rating. I can play with it for hours and hours on end, and that's exactly what I did, taking pictures almost all day before recording my review. As for accessories, the book is a necessity for the character's trait, and an impressive sculpt and paint job all over. While I appreciate the inclusion of the glasses, they definitely annoyed me as they kept popping off, and it's a struggle to make it fit firmly. That number 2 sculpt on the lens is not a good look, and hope that Hasbro will give us better glasses next time around. The smiling head is just superb and makes me wish we got this with our Blue Beast. I will continue to ask Hasbro for an X-Men accessories pack so we can make this wish come to fruition and introduce something new in the line. Then we get the same alt hands from the previous Beast, as well as the default head that came with Blue Beast. Overall, the gray color is nice. The articulation and sculpt, as we know, is one of, if not the best in Hasbro's Marvel Legends line. This is a must-have for us hardcore fanatics of the retro packaging, and a fun figure to mess around with for those who love getting the most range out of their action figures for posing. So now I kick it back to you guys. What do you guys think of this Gray Beast figure? Is there another variant that you would like to see made in retro packaging? I'd love to see Rogue in her animated series colors. Comment below, let me know. So that was my review. Please follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. Link is in the description below. Get your Marvel Legends Retro Series at Big Bad Toy Store. Link is in the description below. Check out my website, xmanny87.com, to view my photo gallery. Hit the notification bell so you always know when my videos are up. Share and subscribe if you're new. Enjoy the pics at the end of the video. See you on the next review. Peace, peace.